Hi guys! Today our forum is 1 year old and I'm so happy to record this special anniversary video because I have a couple of surprises for you guys and I'm also really eager to share with you our plans for the near future. Before we start, however, I want to tell you a big warm thank you for being a part of our piano community, for being my inspiration, for supporting each other, for having the courage to follow your piano dreams, for having the perseverance and the dedication to learn and to discover, for having the patience to practice on a regular basis, and for having the wisdom to grow and, of course, to enjoy every step of the way. To tell you the truth, I still can't believe that 1 entire year has passed since the launch of this project, which is literally my dream come true. Time flies really fast when there are so many exciting things to do, and the more we discover, the more we want to discover, and the more tutorials I design, the more new ideas I have. And even if there are never enough hours in a day to allow me to bring all these ideas to life, we have still covered a really impressive distance during this time, and I'm really proud to say that now we have hundreds of available tutorials on our forum and that the list is growing at a really alarming rate. Thank you again for all your inspiring questions, and let's continue to enjoy our piano explorations for another amazing year. Now it would be only logical to make a list of the most important tutorials of our first year, but before we do that, I really want to share with you some new ideas. My assistant and I, say hi.
Hi.
We want to take the quality and the usefulness of our videos to a whole new level. Inspired by your suggestions, we decided to do the following. We'll buy a second video camera, 2 professional tripods and a couple of very good studio lights, and every video will be filmed from 2 different angles. The first camera will be positioned at my side as always, because the only way of mastering whole arm action is to observe the movements of the entire arm, starting with the shoulder, the elbows, the forearm, the arm alignment, the hand shape, the wrist, very important, and eventually reaching the fingers and the keyboard. Also, because many of you have sent me emails asking me to film the videos from above, so you could see the finger movements in more detail, we'll place the second camera above the keys, and each video will look like this. As I mentioned in my replies to your emails, I cannot record the videos only from above. This would be a very limited finger action only approach. But with 2 cameras we can have our cake and eat it too. Initially we planned to acquire the second camera and the horizontal special tripod before February 15th, before the anniversary of our forum, but because here in Moldova there is a very limited choice of cameras, we have to order our camera from abroad and it will take a while to get here, but of course it will. This idea inspired my assistant to learn how to create different video effects, and now we'll put his newly acquired video editing skills to good use by making a short retrospective of the most important tutorials of the last year. We have already 19 available lessons for beginners from the step-by-step video practice guide based on Nikolaev's Russian School of Piano Playing. I'll continue to post a new lesson each Thursday as usual, and I hope that our beginners are enjoying discovering the secrets of the Russian piano school by following the gradual, wise, step-by-step approach of this method book. We also have lots of video and written tutorials dedicated to specific pieces, starting with Bach's easiest minuets for beginners and reaching complex, romantic and impressionist pieces like Chopin's Etudes and Debussy's Preludes. Inspired from your questions, I recorded a series of tutorials focused on the most important piano playing basics. The basic piano key attack. Mastering whole arm action in 5 easy steps. The fundamental portamento key attack, detailed demonstration. The entire weight of the arm in such a manner. The difference between whole arm action and separate finger action. You diving. How to play deeply and firmly to the bottom of the keys. And with loose, relaxed joints. We also talked a lot about expression, and I would like to highlight the following tutorials. The 3 available episodes from the series of tutorials between pianissimo and fortissimo, improving the piano dynamic range. By the way, I'll do my best to continue this important piano topic in the near future, designing the remaining episodes. Here are other important tutorials from the piano sound and expression category. For this reason, they have to be played at least 3 times louder than the accompaniment. Emphasizing the melody in piano playing, learning how to play with different sound intensities simultaneously, and so on. Mastering the art of voicing, emphasizing the melody hidden within chord structures. You see what happens? This is how we create 2 different types of sound intensities. What is rubato? Origins, meaning, and detailed description. The 3 main articulation effects: non-legato, legato, and staccato. The piano intoning technique and the illusion of legato. So this is how this fragment has to be played. Piano ornaments, main types, and manner of execution according to the style of the epoch. How to create a soft sound in playing impressionist music. We also talked a lot about piano technique, and by the way, now I'm designing a new series of tutorials where we will demystify this controversial term. And now let's remember the most important tutorials on this topic. The scale system in the Russian piano school. So gradually you see how to achieve lightness and speed in playing scales, a step-by-step holistic guide. Now we play the second inversion from A. How to play arpeggios, mastering the basics, practicing short, broken and long arpeggios. It's actually very easy. Again, the most important thing, the art of playing large chords with different dynamic gradations. What a beautiful sound effect you can create like this. The basic principles of piano fingering. The thumb, however, is our super finger because it can move both up and down and from side to side. Using the thumbs in piano playing, 5 basic secrets that allows us to connect the entire keyboard on legato, no matter if we play scales or arpeggios. But you just do like this. 3 types of thumb crossings, mastering the flying technique in playing scales. Because if you use it in a slow tempo, in fact it's not so useful for the evenness of the scale. So that our pinky will stop sticking out like this, and how we can strengthen this finger. How to strengthen the 5th finger and prevent it from sticking out. Being raised involuntarily, it means that there is tension in your arm and forearm muscles. So officially you have a jump or a leap. Mastering leaps, jumps and hand position changes. It goes like this. What is jeu perlé in piano playing? Practice tips. So we have this kind of structure, the layout of the musical text in piano playing, and the wrist navigation technique. Now I played it slowly and you can notice that I'm not doing like this. How to achieve technical stability in piano playing. We've been extremely busy in the field of piano practice as well. Here are just a couple of titles. The framework of a productive practice session. How many hours per day should we dedicate to a piece? The 3 phases of learning. The magnifying glass practice method. Correct practice and its direct influence on the quality of our performance. How to decipher a new piece. A guide for beginners and intermediates. How to perfect a piece and bring it to performance level. Can we learn a piece quicker? A step-by-step guide for speeding up the learning process. We also have many tutorials dedicated to piano performance. Lots of scores and repertoire recommendations on the piano repertoire board. Engage. Release, engage. Release. Several detailed tutorials about pedaling. Release and engage. This is how it works and you see what amazing effect it can create. And a large number of tutorials on the Piano Mind board, from which I'll name just a few. How to memorize a piece, a step-by-step holistic guide. Understanding a piano piece. The 3 layers of a musical piece, details, phrases and the whole. Expressing the meaning of a piece, abstract music and program music. Awakening our creativity, mastering the art of piano improvisation. I'm doing my best to name only the most representative titles of our little retrospective, but I'm imagining that this video is already getting too long. But I also have to mention that we also discussed lots of piano theory on the board with the same name. We analyzed many important piano teaching topics. So, are you ready? Let's begin. We talked about health and I shared with you a couple of workout tutorials designed especially for pianists. And we had lots of inspiring conversations on the Get Inspired board. This was a very short overview of our first year, and I must admit that I couldn't be happier when I see how much distance we can cover with little determined steps. I hope that this year was fantastic for you as well. And now let's talk a little about our future plans. I'm planning to make the next year even better than the first one, and as you all know, I have many interesting projects on my to-do list at the moment. I'll dedicate 1 day per week each week to designing these new serious tutorials, and soon they will start appearing on the forum one by one. One of the most important series of tutorials for the next year is the step-by-step scale tutorial. I'll begin recording it as soon as the new camera arrives, because I really want to implement this new type of filming the videos, especially when we will talk in detail about scales. Then, as I already mentioned, we'll be busting many piano technique myths. We'll continue the dynamic range series, we'll talk about expression, we'll analyze different types of key attack and much more. Thank you again for being the best students in the world, and I'll see you soon with many new tutorials. Happy anniversary!